I don't like when people say I'm not creative. Like, you are, we all are. Of course, some people show it off more, and that's why they feel more creative. But creativity isn't only about painting or making videos. We're all creative in many different ways. If you're here, I assume that you want to get more creative, so you're in the right place, because I've been a designer for over 10 years now, and during that time, I had a lot of creative ups and downs, but I've always managed to create. So today, I'm gonna share a method with you that works every time that I feel stuck. This isn't about the tips, we covered that last week. Today, we're getting practical with a step-by-step method on how to be creative even if you don't feel like it. My goal is that by the end of the video, you end up with a list full of project ideas. So if that sounds appealing, then subscribe. And let's get into it. As I mentioned in my last video, if you are not feeling creative, it is most likely because you have too much going on here that you can focus. You have too many responsibilities, or you are just burnt out, so of course you can get creative. So when that happens, brain dumping is your best friend. Brain dumping is so simple. You literally just need to grab a notebook, a piece of paper, and just write any thoughts that come to your mind. They don't need to be in order, they don't need to make any sense. Put all your thoughts down, and this way you are putting all that weight that is in your mind on a paper or digitally somewhere, but it's not here anymore. And later you will be able to process it, you will be able to analyze it, and you will be able to find ideas that when they're only here, maybe you don't get to visualize them, but if they're in another place that you can actually visualize them, then it's way more easier. Sometimes having this much freedom can lead into even more frustration because of the blank page effect. If you are completely blocked and if you see a white page and you are meant to fill it, but you're just so blocked that you just cannot, then it gets even worse. And that's why mind mapping comes into the place, which is the ultimate creativity unlocker. So, what's a mind map? A mind map is an easy and straightforward way to organize your thoughts. To create a mind map, just like brain dumping, you just need a piece of paper, a notebook, a digital platform, whatever you feel more comfortable with. And to avoid that blank page panic, you just need to start with one word that comes to your mind. Something that you like, something that you hate, whatever it is, just write it down and literally just place it at the middle of the page. Then start thinking of related words that could be synonyms or opposite to that word, and connect those words to your initial word with little lines like branches. When I know what my project is about, I start with a word. But when I'm completely lost, I start with any words that come up to my mind. And it doesn't matter if they don't make sense, but I'm just gonna write them down. I will worry about how they connect later, if they even get to connect. The most important is that you focus on big concepts, on big words. We will call them planets. So there's planet food, and there's planet fashion, and there's planet design, there's planet art. And then we have the related words that are like our moons. So we have aesthetic, we have style, we have trends, we have nutrition. We have all of these words that are orbiting around our planet that are related words, which they somehow enter in the gravitational area of other planets because they're also related to those planets. So the more words that you keep adding, the more connection you will make. I can assure you that while you're doing this, your mind will get you to this aha moment in which you just start getting ideas. So whenever that happens, just take another paper, another page, whatever, and just write them down. Because if you don't do it right away, it's more likely that you will forget. And if you feel that your mind map is too minimal, like there's literally nothing in there, it's fine. We have two methods that can help us kind of like cheat without cheating because, it's general knowledge. The first one, mentioned in my previous video, is just opening Wikipedia, write down that word that you have, your planet, and then you see all the hyperlinks in that Wikipedia page. Those are related words. They can be synonyms, they could be opposite. Just write them all down as moons, or maybe some of them can inspire you and be a new planet, which is great. That's the magic of mind mapping, that suddenly everything makes sense, or suddenly you get inspired and you get new thoughts. So another method that I also shared in an old video is using ChatGPT, of course. So you just need to literally write down your words, your planets, and ask it to create a list of related words. They can be similar, they can be opposite, whatever it is, just write it down to if they make sense to you, and they can be added to your mind map. In my case, my mind map was already quite complete, but I added some of the words that ChatGPT offered me. That led to a very chaotic mind map, and that's when I like getting into FigJam, so I can get all my thoughts digitally as a mind map, and I can kind of like reorganize them in a way that makes more sense. So that really led me to start getting project ideas. So for example, based on the connections between fashion, user experience, and emotions, I came up with the idea of an app that helps their users get dressed based on their mood. By combining words like innovation, home, decor, and color, I envisioned a series of design objects that change color depending on the time of the day. If you don't come up with any ideas, like don't worry, that means that you are incredibly stuck, which I've also been, so let it rest for a few hours, or you can use ChatGPT to help you again. So for instance, by merging culture, adventure, fashion, and crafts, ChatGPT came up with the idea of a fashion line featuring pieces inspired by local cultures and landscapes. Of course, whether you like these ideas or not depends on your background, on your motivations, on your limitations. Not until you start letting your thoughts out of your mind, not until then, you won't be able to have a list of creative ideas. So I really encourage you to give this technique a try. Like, it will surprise you how everything just makes sense at some point, how sometimes you just get so many ideas and a week before you had none. It's just like magic, seriously. Let me know in the comments if it works for you, or just send me a DM on my Instagram. I'm Martina Sanz over there too, so it's easy to find me. And if you found this video helpful, just share it with others, like share the knowledge, help others also feel unstuck. And if you want to keep getting inspired by me, so I keep showing on your feed with the, remember to like and subscribe so the algorithm kind of like does this magic and you keep seeing my videos. Like, I'm now uploading weekly, finally. So yeah, there's a lot of content on the way. Thank you so much for watching and see you next week. Bye!